Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, well, actually, there's really nobody under 18 for the most part watching this video, but guys, look, the stock market is at a multi-month high. We have SPY up 1.3% right now. The NASDAQ is up a whopping, get ready for this, drum roll please, 3.5%, as the Dow, funny enough, is down 0.4%, and we have the Russell up 1.8%. So monstrous green day all across the board today, especially for big tech. And we have the VIX up as well, 5.5%. So we're going to break down the markets in this video, see how stocks are doing heading into the big earnings reports coming out after the bell. And we're going to break down some companies quickly that reported earnings this morning, including Estee Lauder, Honeywell, ConocoPhillips, Merck, and a couple other ones. So sit back, relax, take a sip of your coffee, guys. And of course, if you want some free money, who doesn't like free money? Use all those links down below. You get up to 15 stocks from Moomoo and up to 12 stocks from Webull. All those details are linked down below. And by the way, guys, full disclosure, all those links are affiliate links. I appreciate you all as always. So let's get into it. Like I said, guys, markets are ripping. Unbelievable day. SPY's now at a multi-month high. We not only took the highs out from December and November, we're now taking the highs out from the middle of September. So we broke December, November, and September highs, and now we're pretty much at the high from the end of August. You guys see this right here, which is nuts. End of August, SPY was at about $418, and actually, now that I'm looking at it, it was also at $418 back in the end of May, early June. You guys can see that right here. If I zoom in a little bit, that's where we kind of triple topped and then started to collapse under 400. So we not only broke those highs out from a couple months ago, but now we're getting to these levels from 6 months ago, pretty much, right? Even farther back than that. So yeah, SPY is at a big point of resistance right now, and there's no doubt that it's overbought in the short term. But sometimes, guys, the truth is the RSI, which is the relative strength index, and if you guys don't know how that works, just type in my name, Stas Surface RSI in the YouTube search bar. You'll see a video. Sometimes when the RSI says it's overbought, it just keeps on going up, especially when there's, when it's earnings season. Sometimes the RSI is not the end all be all. In fact, no indicator is the end all be all. You got to use them all together and other, resources and stuff on top of that. We're not going to get into that in this video, but yeah, just because it's overbought doesn't mean it's necessarily going to collapse tomorrow. But in that same breath, if earnings out of Apple, Amazon, Google coming out today, they're not up to par, or maybe they're not, or maybe all the green's already priced in, we could be setting ourselves up for maybe a little bit of a sell-off. Maybe SPY back down towards 408, 405, 400. We'll see how it goes, guys. We'll see how these earnings end up going. That's what it all comes down to at this point. We had the Fed meeting already. Cat's out of the bag there. Now we have to wait for the earnings. If we do break 420 on this thing, 416, 17, 18, that general range, above 420, this could really start taking off, even if it's overbought. Again, RSI could go out the window if Google crushes earnings and it's not, it's something unexpected happens that's not already priced in. This could go up even higher. Same with Amazon. These companies have a massive weighting on the stock market, in the stock market. So we just have to be patient. I'm going to set my alert. I just did at 420. If this breaks, the next gap to fill is to 430, which was the high from the the middle of August here. You guys can see. Then if that were to break, now we're talking, this could really start to make a move. You guys can see here, 430 breaks. The next main resistance that I'm seeing is 455, 460. I mean, back in the beginning of last year, 2022, that's where we peaked at about 460. Also, in April of 2022, we peaked at about 460. That would be the next target here on SPY. So keep that in mind, in the very short term. And if you think SPY is overbought based on the RSI, wait till you look at Triple Q, guys. Let me show you this. This is insane. Triple Q is very overbought on the RSI. Of course, Meta's up 25%. Coinbase doesn't have a big weighting, but Meta's up 25%. All these big tech names are up. Triple Q is now at a multi-month high to the point where we're above November, December highs, and now we're not quite yet above that early September high, like SPY is, but we're pretty much testing it right now at about 312, 310, 311, right around that point. That's where we, hit in the beginning of September, middle of September. Then we collapsed down to 250. That's where we're at now. And, who knows what's going to happen. But one thing worth mentioning is, let's say we somehow break 312, the next gap to fill would be 320. After that, we're looking at 330, maybe even 335, which is the high from the middle of August. So this is insane. Unbelievable. If we're just looking at this, and let's say we had no earnings after the bell, that could maybe move the markets up even higher. Again, this is a big unknown. Let's say we had no earnings, guys. I would be playing SQQQ all day here. All day. I mean, it's almost like a layup. It's almost like it's too easy. But with earnings coming out, nobody really knows how that's going to work out, right? And it's a little bit too risky for me at this point. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow morning or maybe after the bell I make a move. We'll see. But at this point, it's almost like a layup if we didn't have earnings. This, in my opinion, is way overbought. 313, 312, that's a big resistance from a couple months ago. This, in a perfect world, again, if we didn't have earnings, I'd think it'd pull back, back down maybe to about 300, retest that, maybe chill out at 300 a little bit before it starts to make the next move. And of course, with SQQQ, it being, a short-term trading tool, that's not some long-term vehicle that you buy and hold forever. With it being a short-term trading tool, that's all I would need to see QQQ do. See a little $8 pullback in QQQ over the course of a day, maybe 2 days or whatever, and that would yield a good return on SQQQ, which, if you guys didn't know, it's a 3x bear ETF. It's risky, but we traded it on Friday into Monday, made money on the other pullback, and now I'm trying to, time the next entry point. Very patient, right? Very patient, guys. I pretty much waited the entire week to try and time this entry point, and I feel like we could potentially be getting there. I'm not pulling the trigger yet, though. Again, with these earnings coming up. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. I'd love to know what you are up to, as always. I mean, today is just unbelievable. And let's just quickly zip through some earnings that came out this morning. I'm not going to talk too deep into these, but let's just talk about them very quickly. So Estee Lauder, EL, ended up reporting. They ended up doing, let's see here, adjusted EPS of $1.54 versus $1.30, so they beat on that. And sales also beat, $4.62 billion versus $4.58 billion estimated, and it looks like sales fell 17% year over year. Okay, yeah, the comps are crazy from last year. And it sees full year 23 sales down 5 to 7%. So yeah, there's no way the stock likes that if they're guiding for full year 23 sales down 5 to 7%. So it's clear as day that we got rejected at 285. That was the high from the middle of August. There's no doubt about it. And that needs to break. That point needs to break. My alert's at that point, and that's also the high from the middle of April. If we do break 285, guys, there could be more upside on Estee Lauder. And this is, I like these, I used to trade these makeup. Are they just makeup companies? I think they're mostly makeup companies. I'm sure they have other skincare products and stuff like that. I don't use Estee Lauder, guys. But my fiance, of course, she loves Ulta, Estee Lauder, all that stuff. And Ulta is one that I was trading a bunch. I mean, this thing is one that's at all-time highs, for Pete's sake, guys. I mean, this is one that you guys know. If you've been watching my channel for years, which I don't know how many of you have been, I'm assuming some of you have been watching for years. This is one that we were trading all the time. A couple, probably over a year ago. It's been a while since I've traded Ulta, but this is one that we nailed. I remember I was buying this thing in like the low 200s, 180s, and of course I wasn't, I didn't hold on all the way till now, but got in and out a bunch of times, made some good money on Ulta. And Estee Lauder is one that is not anywhere near all-time highs. Again, Ulta is. I'm not chasing this one. Estee Lauder is not, though. It's not anywhere near all-time highs. But if it starts breaking 285, that's where I could catch in my opinion, a trade on it. As a momentum play. We'll see. It's not showing any signs of that yet, but if we could plow through 285, that would be great. We also had Honeywell report today. You guys probably know what Honeywell is, and they ended up doing, let's see here, and by the way, their stock's at break even right now. They ended up reporting EPS, where the heck is it here? Let's come down a little bit. They ended up doing don't you guys love it when I can't find the numbers? I freaking love it. Let's see here. Adjusted EPS of 252 on sales. I just want to see their sales, man. Why is it so hard? Come on. Sales. 9 billion? Yeah, 9.1 billion in sales. Not too bad. I don't even know what the estimate is, but they see 2023 adjusted EPS of 880 to 920. That's not too bad. They see 2023 free cash flow of 3.9 to 4.3 billion or 5.1 to 5.5 billion, excluding net impact of settlements signed in Q4 2022. And I'm not too sure exactly what went down Q4 2022. I don't really track this company too closely, but yeah, the stock's at break even pretty much, clearly in a downwards channel. There's no doubt about that. If I show you this, boom, downwards channel. So let's see how this does moving forward. I mean, if we start taking out, let's say 215, that'd be a spot where the bulls could start to turn this thing around, but we're just not there yet. So that's Honeywell, guys. We also had Conoco today. Let's pull that up. Conoco is an energy company. Oh, it is down 6%. Oh, that's not good. We have a clear Head and Shoulders. Look at that. If you guys have never seen a Head and Shoulders, although this is a bit of a lopsided one, it is one nonetheless. I mean, this is clear as day. A Head and Shoulders playing out. You know, we're starting to dump now down towards 108, 110, which is a big level of support for Conoco. If this does give out, guys, you know, that'd be bad short term. You know, that'd be a sign that we're probably going to see some selling down to 103 initially. Maybe down to, let's say, 96. That'd be a target too. And I was about to pull the trigger on XLE a couple days ago. Thank God I didn't do that. I would have lost money. I'd be down on it right now. I was looking at it at about 88, 87.50. Now it's come down to actually a point where it might be decent for a bounce back play here in the middle. I said midder. Middle to low 80s, right, guys? You know, that'd be a spot where I'd be looking at it. We hit mid to low 80s, you know, back in December, early January. So yeah, that'd be a point where I'd think we'd get a bounce on XLE. So I'm actually watching this heading into close today. Good thing I popped it up now just to remind myself. This is one you guys got to watch as well. I'm not telling you what to do, but all I'm saying is this is one that I'm watching right now. We also had Merck. Let's pull Merck up. Not the most exciting company, but they're down 3.6%. And they ended up doing adjusted EPS of $1.62 on estimate of $1.54. So they beat on that. And they beat on sales, $13.8 billion versus versus $13.67. Holy crap, guys, estimated. So double beat for Merck. And it looks like here, oh, that's the reason why they're moving down, guys. They ended up doing guidance of, and we'll wrap the video up after this, guys. They ended up doing guidance of, or for 23, they see adjusted EPS of 680 to 695, which is way under the 736 estimate. And for sales, 57.2 billion to 58.7 billion versus 58.7 billion estimated. So yeah, not the best. So actually, let's do one more. Which is Hershey Company. And have you guys been to Hershey Park before? I was there years ago. I must have been like 12 last time I was there. And I live not in the area. I live in Jersey, guys, New Jersey, which I've mentioned that before. And PA is, you know, it's about 3-4 hours from here, I think Hershey is. So we went a long time ago. I was a kid. I mean, it was great. It was fun. But at this point, is it even fun anymore? I'm sure it's still fun. I haven't been there in years, though. Have you guys been? That's the question. Have you guys been to Hershey Park? Let me know down below in the comments. And do you like the products that Hershey builds and provides and manufactures? I sure do. What do you guys think? But before we talk about or get too deep into the products of Hershey, let's see what they ended up reporting. 202 in adjusted EPS versus the $1.77 estimate that beat. And they beat on sales, $2.65 billion versus 2.58. I keep choking on this video, guys. So double beat there for Hershey. And if we look here a little bit, they see full year 23 sales growth of 6 to 8%, full year 23 adjusted EPS growth of 9 to 11%. Not too bad. And they declared a dividend? Oh wait, what? I thought they've always had a dividend. Oh, I guess they're just saying declared a dividend like they paid a dividend, a $1.03 dividend. And they haven't increased that by the looks of it in the past couple quarters. Let me see here, guys, then we'll wrap the video up. Actually, no, it was 90 cents about a year ago, a little bit less. Back in May, the quarter they reported in May, it was 90 cents. So they did up it from 90 to $1.03, $3. Now it's been at $1.03 for a couple quarters. But yeah, guys, overall, that's it. Markets are starting to come down a little bit, and granted, they're still heavily in the green. But now the NASDAQ is up 3%, whereas, earlier it was up over 4%. We see a pretty decent intraday decline here of about 1.2 on the NASDAQ. So let's see how that goes heading into close. And guys, if you're not subscribed yet, you better subscribe now, because later we're gonna make a video going over all the earnings after the bell, how the market's closed, what I'm doing, all that good stuff. So make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and if you guys want to work a little bit more closer with me, you get more access to me throughout the day, charts I'm looking at, exclusive content, check out the Patreon. That's linked right down below, or just go to stassurfest.com/Patreon. You'll be able to join it there and try it out. And if you want your free stocks from Moo, from Webull, all those are down below as well. If you guys like free money, who doesn't like free money? And with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.